All right, I've just been playing with something that I found interesting here. In the last video, we got Phoenix LiveView to work, but I had made a comment that it would be interesting if we were able to modify records from the command line and maybe push up the changes to any of the browser clients that were connected. Think about maybe a legacy application that is running and accessing the same database and updating records. You just want to make sure that any connected clients are always seeing the latest data. So I was playing around with this, and it took a few tries to get it to work. I just want to see if I could demo this again. I've gone through these two browsers, and I deleted all of the to-dos except for one. And as I was playing in here, I noticed the WebSocket here. It says OK, and then it goes real quick to error, live reload backend not running. Yet it does work. When I put this into Windsurf, it basically says don't worry about it. Doesn't mean anything. Yeah, so you're getting OK response, and then you're getting live reload backend not running. I'm not sure, but like I said, it does seem to work. So I'm going to drop back down into Cursor, and I'm going to ask it, how do I open a terminal session and add a record through that? So I'm asking, I would like to add a to-do through the IEX terminal command. How can I do so? IEX, I believe, stands for Interactive Elixir, and that's the terminal command. So you could run commands directly from the terminal using your Elixir and Phoenix application. Okay, so it's telling me to run this command, this IEX-S mixphx.server. From the little I know, I think this is going to fail because the server is already up, but let's see what happens. Yeah, address already in use. And it doesn't always detect this for some reason. So I'm just going to highlight this, stick it into the chat. Basically, I think we have to stop the server and then start it through IEX in order to be able to do this. Okay, first I'm going to kill it. Now start IEX with the Phoenix server. Today, all of a sudden, I keep getting these things popping up in the Windsurf UI. I don't know why I keep getting these today. I have no idea what they mean. But we're going to run this command here. Looks like it went to the other terminal. No, I'm not sure where I ran that actually. I don't know. Let's see if this works, but I doubt it. So you can see here it's telling you once you're in this IEX, which is running here, but I think this is old. You can create a to-do using IEX. Try this command, and it can also give you commands to list all of them, to add, to delete. So you could do your CRUD right from within here if your application calls for that. So I'm going to copy this, paste it in here. And a reminder for our to-do list, we only have first. And first is reflected on both of these tabs. So when I hit enter, magically we should see buy groceries as one of the to-dos. You can see it comes back with a SQL statement, some of this fancy stuff here. And if I jump over to the browser, we do see buy groceries. And that's on both of them. So that's pretty cool. That works. And again, the network traffic here, it says live reload is not running, but I don't know, we saw that it worked. So I don't know. I'm not sure what that means. So from here, let's see if we can delete this entry. I'm asking, how can I delete that entry using the IEX session that is already open? So to delete the entry, first you need its ID. So it gives you that code here, which is cool. We'll paste that in. This lists all of the to-dos. This was the first one that was in there. Title of first. And this is the second one that we just put in, buy groceries. This has an ID of 18. And this is all the data coming out of the database. So we're going to want to delete number 18. So it looks like first we get the to-do, and then we delete it. This is going to be multi-line in the terminal, which could be tricky, so let me just do these one by one. I want to get number 18. Okay, this is the record we're working with. Now I want to delete that to-do. And this is going to be a variable here. It should stick number 18 in it. Again, if I just jump back to the browser, buy groceries is available on both of these. If I hit enter here, it's gone, and it happens immediately. So I could do any type of CRUD operation from here. To take that a step further, it would be interesting, what if I have another application that's pushing and pulling from the same database? How can I make sure that this application is kept up to date? So just think of an example of an old Java application that's pushing and pulling from this database. I want to make sure that all my connected browsers are getting the latest information. How can I do so? I will ask that question now. It says, for this scenario, we need to implement a database trigger that will notify Phoenix when changes occur in the database, and then broadcast these changes to all connected LiveView clients. And it's going to help us set this up. And honestly, when I was playing with this earlier, it gave me what I thought was a much more elegant solution. Instead of making changes to the database, which would probably work, it was suggesting that the Java application, after making its database changes, would make a call to a webhook that's part of the Phoenix project, and that would push the updated data out to the client. So I'm going to make that suggestion again inside of Windsurf, and I just want to share how that would work. I don't really have an application set up to do that right now, but I just want to share what that idea would look like. Okay, so again, I had to guide it, but the idea was actually from what Windsurf had given me earlier when I was playing with this. That database trigger, I'm sure, would work, but I kind of like this change a little bit better. I kept it all in the code. So wants to create a controller for the webhook, add the route, implement the broadcast functionality. So this is the webhook controller. Calling the pub sub for to-dos updated. And it's giving me a route for /API. Webhook notify change. Yep, and it even gives me sample code for Java. So it looks like it's making a request to this URL here, the webhook notify change. Okay, it says when the webhook is called, it will broadcast a message to all connected LiveView clients. The LiveView clients will automatically refresh their to-do lists. All connected browsers will see the updated data immediately. And it said you can test the webhook using curl. So that's interesting. So let's go ahead and would you like me to restart the Phoenix server? Yes. So maybe I'll make a change directly in the database and try to force it to push it up to my connected browsers. So killing the server. These pop-ups again. And restarting the server. I'm going to refresh this. Okay, my two browsers are running again. Okay, if you remember from a previous video, we had proven that if I make a change directly in the database, it does not get pushed to the browsers. So I'm going to make a change directly to the database and then run that curl command and see if we can get it to push. Okay, I duplicated that record. I'm just going to put a number 2 in front of these. Write changes. So we have 2 records. If I go to the browsers and refresh, actually no, I don't want to refresh. Okay, so they do not see that change. Now what if I run that curl command, if I could find it? Okay. Okay, I'm going to run it from here. Let's see what happens. Again, in my browser, the only one you see is buy groceries. So if I run this, curl, it's posting to this API webhook, notify change, hit enter, notification sent to all clients. So if I jump back here, boom, there it is. 2 buy groceries, 2 buy groceries. So I thought that was a pretty cool test. Hopefully this was useful to you. As always, thanks for watching.